So here's the quick rundown. I was in Romania for a few days and J. Cole decided to release a surprise album when I was away. And not only that, there's this track, 7 Minute Drill, which features shots at Kendrick Lamar. Now, all I know is that it features shots at Kendrick and that Cole has since regretted it that I've seen this morning. I don't know what's said. I don't know what the song is. I'm about to find out right now. Let's go.
Yeah. Turn it up.
Game Boy type beat.
Turn the vocal up. Light work, like it's PWC. It's a cold world. Keep the heat under your seat. I got a phone call. They say that somebody dissing. You want some attention? It come with extensions. My dog like say the word.
Okay, got a phone call to somebody dissing.
Bullshit, he itching. I'm putting so much work in these streets. He got pension. I told him chill out. How I look having henchmen. If shots get to popping, I'm the one doing the clinching. I came up in the Ville, so I'm good when it's tension. He still doing shows, but fell off like the Simpsons. Your first shit was classic. Your last shit was.
So he's still doing show, but he fell off like the Simpsons. Okay, I mean the Simpsons did fall off a long time ago. But I wouldn't say that about Kendrick. Okay.
First shit was classic, your last shit was tragic. Your second shit put niggas to sleep, but they gassed it. Your third shit was massive, and that was your prime. I was trailing right behind, and I just now hit mine. Now I'm front to.
All right, let's break that down. Your first shit was classic. Your last shit was tragic. Your second shit was boring? The second shit put people to sleep? Is that what he said?
Your first shit was classic, your last shit was tragic. Your second shit put niggas to sleep, but they gassed it. Your third shit was massive, and that was your prime. I was trailing right behind, and I just now hit mine.
I was trailing right behind, and I now just hit mine. Right. So I'm assuming I'm assuming he's saying 4 albums. So we're not counting Section 80 here. First shit was classic, Good Kid, Mad City. Second shit put people to sleep, but they gassed it? What? To Pimp a Butterfly? Really? Fourth shit was tragic. Okay, if you don't like Mr. Morale, fine. And third shit was massive. And that was him in his prime. Okay. Fine. To Pimp a Butterfly? I mean, it reminds me of the Takeover, Jay-Z, where he's talking about Nas's albums. But, I mean, all right. Listen, I'm sure there's plenty of people who think To Pimp a Butterfly is boring. That to me is like saying that Stylebender can't strike or something if you're going at somebody. If we're talking about competition, we're talking about fighting. It's like saying Messi can't dribble. To Pimp a Butterfly boring? Like literally one of the greatest hip-hop albums of all time. One of the most brilliantly rapped hip-hop albums of all time. I mean, he might think that, but in a diss, you've got to get people on side, right? You've got to get people on your team. It's not just about exactly what you say, because if you say something that you believe but nobody else agrees with you, it doesn't really work because these things are played out in public. That's weird. That's a disaster as far as I'm concerned of a thing to say.
Front up the line with a comfortable lead. How I run it, soon as I got it, now he wants something with me. Well, he caught me at the perfect time. Jump up and see why I got here off of bars, not no controversy. Funny.
Got here off of bars, not no controversy. So that's interesting. He's saying the minute that Cole passed Kendrick, in his mind, that's when Kendrick snaps back at him. Now, if we think about it like that, I mean, it's 95% at Drake and 4 to 5% at Cole. The big 3 thing. It's not really at Cole. So it's kind of like we're waiting for the real response from Drake. But
thing about it, bitch, I don't even want the prestige. Fuck the Grammys, cause them crackers ain't never done nothing for me. Ho, slugs took my nigga soul. Drugs took another one. A rap beef ain't realer than the shit I seen in Cumberland. He averaging 1 hard burst like every 30 months or something. If he wasn't dissing, then we wouldn't be discussing him. Lord, don't make me have to smoke this nigga, cause I fuck with him. But push come to shove on this mic, I will humble him. I'm Nino with this thing, this that New Jack City meme. Yeah, I'm aiming at G-Money, crying tears before I busted him. Light work, like it's PWC.
Okay. That's interesting. He doesn't really want to do it, and he's saying like the meme, the Wesley Snipes meme where he's crying tears before he shoots him in the head. And now I saw this morning, I couldn't avoid it. It was everywhere that Cole has since regretted this and is talking about taking down from streaming. I mean, I can kind of understand why. Ultimately, he obviously didn't really want to do this, and maybe the thought that he is part of the competitive landscape of hip hop made him feel like he stumbled on my chair, made him feel like he had to, and he kind of did. And does. And I think part of the reason why he did and does is because he talks about himself as the greatest quite a lot, and he can be quite aggressive at nobody in a lot of his raps. And maybe that happens earlier in the project. I'm going to listen to the whole project after this. But I knew you guys would just skip to this track anyway. So we'll do a separate video on the whole thing. But this is interesting because I totally understand if he was like, I don't know, I didn't actually fucking want to do this. I rate Kendrick. I'm mates with him. I'm not too sure what this is about. It's not aligned with who I am right now. But two things. One, you talk a lot of shit about how great you are. And you are. And so in this game, in this world, in this competitive world, you have to back that up. I see hip-hop, great hip-hop, and rap, specifically, rap, not unlike fighting, right? It's competition. And part of it is going for the throne and then having to defend your throne, defend your belt. That's the truth. But the other thing is you can compete with people that you respect and are friends with. And I know it gets a little bit more personal when it comes to rap compared to fighting. At the same time, in fighting, you're actually fighting. Now, obviously, rap beef has turned into much more violent stuff than that in the past. But for just its own sake, he said some shit about you. And so say some shit back and see who wins and then hug it out afterwards. 9 out of 10 UFC matches end in the competitors hugging it out, mutual respect. Because they're the only two that have been in that moment together.
Cold world, keep the heat under your seat. I got a phone call, they say that somebody dissing. You want some attention, it come with extensions. My dog like say the word, he on bullshit, he itching. I'm putting so much work in these streets, he got pension. I told him chill out, how I look having henchmen. If shots get to popping, I'm the one doing the conductor.
Okay, I wasn't enjoying that beat and now my man Conductor's come in. And here we go. Difference in quality straight away.
I got mixed feelings about these fucking rap niggas. It's over for that cap, the official cap pillars 2-6. We don't act niggas, we get at niggas. Shoot a nigga lights out. Yeah, my dog stat fillers, stat stuffers, triple double.
Ooh.
Get your ass black duffel. Body bag, body bag, body bag. Cold world, your instructor for Pilates class. Get a nigga stretched if I feel a disrespect.
Okay, well he said he's gonna do it, so he's in a really strange position right now. Because he said the stuff specifically about Kendrick, and here, Conductor, by the way. Can we just have a minute? Fucking hell. And now he's saying that anybody can get it. I'm your Pilates instructor, because you're going to all get stretched. Anyone can get it. And like I said before, I understand if he's actually got mixed feelings and he just kind of regrets it. I get that. It doesn't seem to be aligned with who he is right now, but too often in his raps, especially the sort of the bits from this album, which I'm assuming are part of the album. I haven't heard the whole thing yet. We was talking about being the king and the top and this and this. Put an M on your head, you're Luigi's brother now from before, from earlier. He still talks like that, so you got to be able to back that up, right? I see it as the same thing as fighting. If you're talking or you have the belt or you want the belt and you want to be the top, you've got to be able to deal with it. You've got to be able to deal with it in a training room and you've got to be able to deal with it on the stage. People come in for the crown the whole time. And it's not just on the stage, by the way. It's in the training room as well. It's constant. I appreciate the honesty by saying you regret it, but at the same time,
who live his life without the pressures of a constant facade.
It is what it is.
I pray for peace, but if a nigga sees these positive vibes, a Falcon 9 inside my pocket, bitch, this rocket gon' fly. Now it's popping outside like the top of July. My text flooded with the hunger for a toxic reply. I'm hesitant, I love my brother, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm powered up for real, that shit would feel like swatting a fly. 4 albums in 12 years, nigga, I can divide. Shit, if this is what you want, I'm indulging in violence. Put pictures in my
okay, let's see. I think this is a sort of a shove back. He felt like Kendrick shoved him. He didn't aim both barrels in between his eyes. Kendrick shoved him. He was going for Drake, but he shoved Cole out of the way. So you're associating with this guy, you went on tour with him? Fuck you too, but really I'm going for him. So this kind of feels like a shove back. Like, listen, we're mates, but don't test me. To Pimp a Butterfly, this, rubbish. But all this, I just, because he's saying, I'll swat you aside like a fly. Cool. So then they can escalate it or not. Cool. But he obviously just doesn't like it afterwards, which is just kind of weird because I don't think there's anything, apart from, in my opinion, slating to Pimp a Butterfly, I don't think there's anything here that shouldn't be in here. I think it's a solid response to a shove. It's an appropriate response to a shove. Second beat is fire. He shoved him back. And no, fuck you. You can't just fucking come in here and shove me, even if you're beast with him.
Ain't no chrome at your eyelids, fly pebbles at your dome, we the Stone Temple pilots.
Yeah.
This is merely a warning shot, the back niggas down, back in the town where they whipping, working, traffic and pounds. My jack jumping bout a rapper making blasphemous sounds, switching sides like the tassel on the cap and the gown. I'm fully loaded, nigga, I can drop 2 classics right now. Let me chill out,
Okay,
man.
so it's just saying, conductor.
Fall off on the way.
Amazing beat. Fall off on the way. Okay, interesting one. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. The whole project reaction will be coming to the channel very soon. As you're watching this, it will be up on the Patreon as well. Early access on there. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.